I'm so sorry. Da-da-da, da-da-da, tonight. Da-da-da, Thomas. Is that Blink? No, who is that?
Some early 2000s band.
Shit, facts.
Well, I don't know, because apparently Sabrina Carpenter has a song, and that's all that's focusing up.
Yeah. Either way.
Anyways.
Man.
It's Blink 182.
I said it was Blink, bro.
I didn't hear you say
So I'm so sorry. Tonight. Hey, you know what else I've been listening to, though?
What have you been listening to?
Check this out.
Strawberry lemonade, blowing bubbles like your heart of smoke. Crazy struggle into dance. Huckleberry sentiments from home, dripping from the backstage. Serendipity, tripping you up in the moment. Think fast, and I bet I even crossed your mind last night. At least one time. I bet I even crossed your mind last night. At least one time. If you close your eyes, you can alternate this point of view, invert the pain to pleasure. You don't have to justify. Find your inner soul and let it grow. The silver linings made of gold, with diamond plated folds. On an island, still surviving. You could say we're thriving off of strawberry lemonade.
Yo, you know who that is, though?
Tell me who that is.
It's two of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
Tell the people who those are.
We got my boy. I call him Sam Apollo, but it's Sam Ashkenazy. And the one and only Ebony. Man. This is a world premiere.
So, thank you for being here. To start it off, for the people who have for somehow lived under a rock. Okay.
Shout out gang, bro. This is Shut Up and Listen. My name is CHRVNS. This is
Morgan.
And this is Shut Up and Listen again.
We should really organize that.
That's great.
So back to it. My question. For the people who may, for some reason, live under a rock in Bellingham and who have not seen you somehow,
For real though.
tell who you are and kind of give an idea of what your vibe is, what genre, what you're giving out to the world.
Ah, man. Well, okay, I'm Ebony. As for genre, I'd say it's a pretty mixed bag because I do a lot of different projects with different people. So I've got the band with my brother, Miles Ebony and the Deep Cuts. It's kind of a mixed blend, like blues, soul, little funk, little bit of everything. Combination of our writing styles. And then I have my solo work. So I'm working on an EP right now. We're also working on an album for Deep Cuts. I actually have a recording session after this.
Staying busy.
Yeah. And then I've got Strawberry Lemonade that comes out today.
In 2.5 hours, by the time y'all see this, though, it's out. And we don't listen to it about 20 million times, so you need to do the same.
Exactly. You got to shut up and listen.
It's going to be good. And then we've got a remix coming out for that as well. I've also got some songs out with Zomi the Homie. Put out a song. Yeah, what up, Zomi?
Staying
That's
busy.
my girl. We had one come out December 1st. So that's Fatherless. Super hilarious. Just some Atlanta shit. And then we've got a music video coming out. So that'll hopefully be out this month, but we will see. And I think that song, that's also with Zomi. Zomi the Homie.
That Walking Distance. I saw y'all collab Walking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Shout
Yeah, I
out
already
that
know it's
boy.
going to be like just quality
Oh,
gas.
yeah.
Yeah, y'all going to be having fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I mean, we were laughing the whole day, so I feel like it can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. The vibes were there.
The vibes were there.
You know, if it's made with love, the people are gonna feel the love. So.
Yeah. And I got my little nephew in it, so
adorable.
It's gonna be cute.
That's awesome. So with the million things you have going on, and for how long, I know we've seen you making music. How long have you actually been making music? Has it been since you were little? Did it randomly one day you just started making music? Because I know between you and your brother, I feel like you had to be making songs when you were like 5 for some reason.
I wish, but no. I've definitely been singing my whole life. But when I was younger, my music was really restricted. So it was mainly Christian rock and like
singing in the church.
Yeah, I was in church choir.
Yep.
Christian rock, and then like 70s, 60s, 50s music for pretty much till I was in middle school. So a lot of my music knowledge is not as profound as most of the people our age, because I just like wasn't listening to anything that was popular at the time. So like I don't really get a lot of early 2000s, like late 90s references.
So like all the like what are the dance parties that have been the early, like the 90s nights and the early 2000 dance parties?
You know the bangers though.
Well, there's some that you like can't escape.
Yeah, right.
But like if you ask me who sings it, I'm like
I'm so bad. I'm like, I know the vibe, I know the song, but I don't know what the name is and who wrote
That's
it.
track number 3 on this album.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I was a choir kid, so like did that all through high school. We had a really amazing choir program. So
what was your pocket for that? Because you know they got the tenor.
Alto too.
Alto, okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay.
Holding it
Team
down.
altos.
The roots. And then we went on a lot of different competitions, traveled across the country. That was a cool experience. And then I didn't start writing music until about 3 years ago.
Well, interesting.
So
you just pulled out the lyrics and only been doing it 3 years. That's crazy.
Yeah. Actually, I wrote my first rap because of CHRVNS. Because he invited me on that show. It was like Lambda Kappa.
Oh, the Lambda Chai.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lambda Chai. Hey,
Yeah.
shout out you
Chai
doing one time. Yeah.
Chai Kai Kappa Frappa. Yeah, a little bit of that. But yeah, you sent me a beat. And then I think you wanted me to write like something to sing over it, but I was like, it sounds like a rap song.
I'm almost spit. And you know what? I love that though, because also it was such a pleasure having you on that show. It was such an immaculate vibe. Everything that particular moment was just so fun, and it was a big staple in 2021 for sure. Because it just started like a whole a tidal wave of like just experimenting.
Yeah.
With you, because I know you do sing, you do rap, and thank you for that. I love you for that right there. Everything else, I love you for that. I'm kind of like, I'm trying to
Let me bring it back.
I can't. But with you making every kind of like style, what or who are some inspirations that you can actually like, off the top of your head, don't even think about it like that, just boom, boom, boom. These are the inspirations that inspire me to create these kind of styles.
Okay. First one would be Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, facts. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I feel like you see a lot of influence when I'm with my brother, like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, as for like rap, probably Chance the Rapper, Childish Gambino, like Kendrick. I really like funny artists. I like comedic rap. Also like Chica.
Chica and the Bangers. I was thinking the Bangers. That's Chica. Yeah, Chica's in
Tank and the Bangers is good too.
Tank and the Bangers fire too though.
Yeah. And then vocally, people like Amy Winehouse, Beyonce. Beyonce was the first album I ever bought. So
Which one?
It was actually her, I think it was the Run the World tour. So it was like the live track. So it had like 20 songs on it. And then it also had the video. And I bought it just because it was like the biggest album that I could buy. And it was like the first time I got to pick something. And I just like had heard the name. So I was like, oh, Beyonce. Who's
For real?
Beyonce? Like, I've heard about her.
Actually, I got 27 songs. Let's find out.
Yeah. And then I just listened to that every single day for like a couple of years and would just like try my fucking best.
I ain't gonna lie though, if I had that video and like, cause if don't get me wrong, it's actually I ain't gonna flex. If I had like a performance video, I would try to mimic and like learn the choreography.
No, that's what I did.
I knew.
Yeah, no, I had like this little like Pirates of the Caribbean TV in my bedroom and it had a little DVD player and like the remote was like the compass.
Yep.
And I would just put it in and practice every single day. And her entire band was women. So I was like, I can do this. Like, this is totally possible. I've never seen this before. What the fuck?
That's beautiful.
The inspiration, you know? Yeah. That's awesome. And so with that is sorry, brain moving thoughts happening all at once.
That's part of it.
And so for when you are writing, especially with like writing with your brother and how that goes, do you feel that change from like collaborative writing versus when you're writing soloed? Is there different inspirations that come? And do you prefer writing with other people or do you like being able to take the time yourself?
Is it easier to write by yourself or is it easier to write with people?
Yeah.
I think it depends because pretty much everything I've ever written aside from the first song I ever wrote was a collaboration in some way, you know, like someone made the beat for me or like I wrote the lyrics and someone built something around it or so I think it's definitely easier to collaborate with people. But I think that my lyrics are a little more in depth when I'm by myself in my space.
Because you have no outer feelings, no outer nothing. You can actually let shit go. Yeah, just you can run with it.
Yeah.
I'm probably more specific too versus like when you're writing about an emotion versus explaining where that emotion came from. I feel like it's different when like you're writing a song with your brother. Like you guys could be writing about, even if it's like it's any emotion, you're not giving the in-depth story of like, here's why this is an angry song or here's why this is a love song.
Oh, you don't even got to do that though, because sometimes you just write it.
Yeah. It's writing music.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it clicks, sometimes it doesn't, you know, like.
And you got to rewrite.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've rewritten so many verses, so many songs.
Same.
It still pissed me off to this day. But, you know, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to do it. But it's just because you thought you was snapping for a second. And it's like, all right, my bad. Let me try again. And then a majority of the time, you do snap even harder the next time. But sometimes you win the battle and you be like, no, we're going back to that first right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll be right back after these messages. We'd like to give a special thanks to Lost Giant Cider Company, always providing us with our cider beverages and the best of the cider beverages. Visit Lost Giant's Tap Room in the heart of Bellingham at 1200 Meter Avenue in the Haskell Business Center. It's just down the street from Lakeway Fred Meyer.
This episode is brought to you by Menace Brewing. Menace Brewing is a pet and family-friendly brewery located in the heart of the Fountain District. Menace is family-owned and operated with 11 rotating taps and a wide array of alternative options. They are the local soccer football pub and offer many opportunities to get involved with the community. Menace has food trucks present every day, rotating events listed on their website, and print-on-demand merchandise delivered right to your door. How's it get better than that? Most times, you can stop by Menace to have a beer with one of the brewers or owners, as the brewery is a second home. So go ahead, what are you waiting for? Stop by Menace Brewing today.
And welcome back.
The first song I wrote took me 1.5 years to get it to where I wanted it to be. I rewrote it like 5 times.
That's love right there. That's TLC to the song.
Yeah. Well, I knew it was a good one. It like had like the seeds of what I wanted, but just like expanding on that and perfecting it. And like
you executed it right.
Yeah. And like I ended up dropping the chorus out, which like before I was like, you can't do that. You can't have a song without a chorus. Like, yeah, you can.
Yeah, you do.
You can do whatever you want.
This is my song.
Like, rules. Yeah. So like once I figured that out, everything got easier.
I was like, because one of my favorite, the song you perform where you wrote it and you made it all on GarageBand is it's my favorite story, and it's my favorite. It's like, especially it's like watching it live and just being able to hear the story. I've heard the story a million times. Every time I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's the one, the first song I wrote. Yeah.
What's it called so people know?
Batteries Included. That'll be coming out soon. There'll be a version coming out on the album with my brother, and then I'm putting out my GarageBand version because I like it.
The people need to hear the GarageBand version.
Like at the end of the album, and it says like in parentheses demo.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to release like a whole EP that's just like my GarageBand demos.
Bro, I'm trying to get the courage to do that.
Why not? You know, like that's where it came from.
You're right though. Why not? That's it. That's all it is.
Like it can go a lot of different places. That's why I'm doing it in my band because it's gonna sound so different, you know. Like the GarageBand one I recorded at like 2 a.m. in my bathroom. And then like my nephew was sleeping. He's like 2 at the time, so I was like trying to be quiet and like just spent like an hour and a half piecing it together and had my brother hop on and do like guitar and bass and now I like it.
That's beautiful.
Now it's a whole project and turning into a second song. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. And so but with having your band and you're doing your solo, for other people who are doing multiple, like in band and solo, do you have any advice or do you do anything specific to help yourself stay focused on your solo and not just getting focused on the band? Or does that just kind of come naturally for you?
I would say it does not come naturally.
Which one becomes? Is it where you're at becomes the focus, or?
Yeah. I would say like whatever feels like it's got some kind of imaginary deadline at the time. Like that's what I'm working on. I'm kind of a procrastinator and like. I don't know. I do my best work under pressure. So.
When it comes to crunch time, so I can be making stuff for forever, right? If I don't give that deadline, or the deadline is not visible,
yeah,
it's you know what I'm saying. It's like no, I got time. As soon as that deadline, boom, that is cool. Oh yeah, it's time.
Yeah,
but you know, it'd be so. Imagine taking that energy, and then placing that energy into not having a deadline. So that way you can create exactly how you said how you wanted that first song you made to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Doing that with everything you ever do. So putting that crunch time energy into everything.
Yeah, I mean that's the ideal.
It's a practice.
That's everyone's hope.
That's the goal for sure.
I'm working on myself. I'm right now. We are just the gears are running now.
Yeah, no, I mean it doesn't always happen that way, but it's nice when it does. You know, like,
especially you gotta for like try not. That project you were working on to not forget about it. Coming back to it, like taking a year to make a song like you did is you still made time and focus for that song. So
when you came back to it, it was like you heard it. It was like, hold on.
Yeah.
So I did something in that bathroom right there. That song.
Yeah. And I mean, for that one, what had happened was I changed the perspective. So I had written it about someone, and then eventually I got over it. And I didn't want to sing about them anymore.
You can't
but that. I was like, I still like the song though. So how can I make it not about them anymore? And just flipped it.
Well, something we've talked about a few times is when you have that song, especially ones that you've written because of an emotion or something you're going through. And by the time almost everyone I know, by the time you created that song and that song is out and now you have to perform it, there's been such a time that's gone in between there. And no one wants to sing their heartbreak song. Adele's been singing the saddest songs, but it's like you have to change your perspective on what that song is about and the meaning to where you don't feel like you're singing about that person every time. I feel like I'm singing this cool song, you know?
Exactly.
I don't think it's like even a forced changing meaning of it. Like, tell me with like all the songs you've ever made and with performing them. Have you ever made a song? You had this particular feeling. You performed it so many times, but you as a human have changed over time, and the song has gained a new meaning because of like the experiences you had while performing it.
Definitely.
And now it has a different understanding.
Yeah.
Isn't that shit crazy?
It is crazy. And I mean, a lot of the times, if I'm writing something, I don't really know how I'm feeling until it's on paper.
Facts. Or even till I hear it like 3-4 times.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. Like, that is where I was at.
Okay.
That's crazy.
You learn something every day.
I have a question, because you're a big collaborator. Mm-hmm. Who's your dream collaboration? You like top 2? If you can't choose one, top 3. Take your time. And this time right now, we would like to shout out our sponsor, Menace Brewing, as well as Lost Giant Cider.
Check out your local breweries. Go take a sip.
Back to the show.
I mean, I guess I would say Kendrick. Probably. I don't really know.
Is there anyone local that like you haven't collabed with yet that you want to, or
Rhetorician?
You know, that is surprising.
Hey, Jordan, you heard that?
There hasn't been that collab with how much
Actually,
you guys
yeah,
have
wait,
worked
pause.
together. It's such a crazy thing.
You are literally the Oracle.
Yeah, but, okay.
The Oracle.
Okay, but musically,
I know, that's what I'm saying. That you have that already, that relationship, that camaraderie. Why is
I'm like, I'm surprised it just hadn't already naturally happened.
I want part of that song.
Yeah, I mean, it's come up a couple times. It's been put out there. It just hasn't happened, which like is really on me. Because like I'm all over the place, and I tell someone I'm going to do something, and then a couple months later, I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I did. We had this great idea.
Yeah.
And then Jordan's very like disciplined, scheduled. Kind of.
That boy get in the ocean every morning.
Yep.
I know.
No matter how cold.
And
Every time I look at the water, I'm like, Jordan probably jumped in that today. It's crazy. But then he makes great music, so I'm like, there must be method to that madness, because burr. You look like you're cooking something.
I would love to hear you on a Thundercat collab.
Yeah, that would be
That
really
would be
cool.
wild. Because the way that you guys would be able to express and like just find the pockets of you I know exactly how you could use your voice. You know what I'm saying? Just the oomph for a second, and then go and lay it back with like the soft vocals, and he goes.
I really thought he was gonna try to sing.
No, I'm not. No.
I was getting ready for the bell.
Hey Bob, you got me on some mixing real quick. I'll be quiet. But yeah, that would be insane actually. I was because you was talking about Kendrick. I was Thundercat.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a dope ass collab.
Yeah. Ooh, D'Angelo.
We're gonna have to put a lot of ads in this, get everyone's attention.
That is facts.
Yeah.
I can already hear it.
Multifaceted.
Like, whoa. All right, my bad.
Yeah, he's another inspiration for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's what's the album? What's the album?
Black Messiah.
I'll double check, bro. 'Cause I don't want to follow something.
Put some lobby music here. Well, while he's looking that up, or is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it?
Voodoo. The Voodoo album. Bruh. Mixing the way everything about that album. The writing, the production, how it's all placed together. Mind you, 2020 is when I was put on this album. I'm a fucking late bloomer.
I'm pretty late on it too, honestly. I don't know exactly. What it was,
Music
but-
doesn't have an expiration, you know?
That album is timeless.
Oh yeah. And then watching him perform live is incredible. You know, like he's got this huge band. No, I haven't seen him in person.
Okay.
But like, you know, you could
I've looked up the
study.
YouTube.
I'm YouTube concerts all the time. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
So hold on, let me take notes. Okay.
Yeah.
We're
But, you
live
know-
streaming every festival in our living room. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? I can't make it. I want to see what somebody like put their heart and soul into this little to 45-minute set. They're like, yo, this is what I've been working for so long. I'm gonna put everything on the table right now. I want to see that.
Yeah.
You still can.
I'll just be passionate, my bad.
We were there in the room feeling it.
Yeah. And I would say Labyrinth too.
Labyrinth's phenomenal.
I definitely like artists with like a very complex way of putting together their songs.
Because every time you hear it, or like you hear it so many different ways, and then like 2 years later you hear how you heard it, and then you hear that whole completely way you never heard it before, or you hear a particular thing about it that changes that
you just
aspect
catch this little beep that's like, oh my god, that's why that hit so hard.
and now you can't unhear it, and then you keep building on it.
I love that part, especially when I like learning when you've heard all the things yourself, and you're like, oh, this part, but then you like watch that interview, or there's some sort of clip with the artist explaining like a piece of how this was made or what actually was used to make that, and you're like, oh my god, I hear that.
We'll be right back after these messages.
This episode is brought to you by Black Noise Records, located downtown off Bay Street. They pay top prices for records in Bellingham and the greater Bellingham area. Cash and store credit. Go get 10% off your next record purchase when you tell the cashier you've listened to Shut Up and Listen podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Binary Recording Studios, located where? Right here in Whatcom County. Binary has been in business for 1, 2, 3, I don't even know how long, but they are offering the best and the best and the best of the best video and audio production. So if you're a band and you're looking to record an album, or if you have any other audio recording needs, Binary Recording Studio is going to be where you need to go. My boy Bob, he will set you up. He will make sure that you are set up for what? Success. He gonna make sure that you are good to go. And welcome back.
And so with that and everything that you're working on, you have done, and all the shows you've been a part of, whether it's a collab, whatever version of the shows you've done, do you have a favorite show that you've been a part of so far? Whether it's just because of the vibes of the show or the performance itself or just who you're performing with?
I would say probably when I played Meltdown like 2 years back. I had played my set, but then I played with the band, and like that was magical. Like there was just this point where, you know, it's like there was a break in between when we played, and so we get out there and the sun is just starting to set, and there's not many people.
It's like we were there, weren't we?
Yeah.
And it's like as soon as we start playing, we could see all the people like coming down. And all of a sudden, it's just like a row of all my friends that I didn't even know were at the festival just like came out of nowhere and were dancing along and singing along. And it was just incredible to feel like truly supported, you know?
That's awesome, especially when you weren't expecting it and like you didn't know all those faces were there. So.
Yeah. There's like people I hadn't seen in like 10 years, but it's just like, oh shit, hey guys.
That's awesome. I like that.
I want you to never forget you are supported. Whether it be the people that you just met, people that you've known forever, all of the people you've never even talked to, but they come to every single show you ever do. You are supported.
Yeah, I do. I definitely see that. And
it's still nice to feel. And like have those moments of, oh shit.
I really, sometimes it's hard for me to see because like it's hard for me to wrap my head around how successful I've been able to be without music on any platforms, because currently I don't have any of my work. Like
approximately 1 hour and 5 minutes, you will.
That's true. And I mean, I have this song out with Zomi.
But it's like,
but it's not yours.
Her SoundCloud, you know, like
just mine.
Her Spotify play, you know, like
yeah.
I'm waiting. I'm excited.
We're waiting patiently.
I always say I'm gonna.
And also impatient.
I like every couple of years, I'm like, I'm gonna release a song this month, and then I don't do it.
Can I just do it?
I know.
Just let it go, because that way you start working on the next thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Rihanna. Like I'm just sitting listening to my own shit, and everyone's like, "When is this? When is this coming out?" I'm like, "Oh my god, that's fire!"
So y'all having a great time. You listen to every drive you got. He's like, You see word for word. It's not even you. You just. We was talking about this earlier.
We were. So with that and just your success that you have, breaking things that you have had. Do you have any advice for artists who are trying to create or trying to do a show? Is there anything that you would tell someone who is fresh in bringing their music to the people?
I would say try something different. Whether it's the way you're writing music, the way you speak your phrase, sometimes mixing it up can bring a whole new light to a situation. And also don't be afraid to lean on the people around you. Because, a lot of my best stuff in general, not even just music related, it's like a lot of the best things in my life come from collaborating with the people around me.
Because it takes a village.
It really does.
It takes a village for everything.
Yeah.
Why are we on Earth? We are human. We love, connect, grow. Like that's why we're here.
And to create art.
You can't spell Earth without art. Oh yeah, take that one out, brother. Nah, keep that in. Facts.
And then, do you have a final question you would like to ask?
Yeah, that's on the spot. Okay, I wasn't ready for this one. But, okay, so
we're reaching our time to be all together.
You could put together an album. So I already asked the collaboration question. You could put together an album. I'll give you 3 categories, and I want you to put a person in each slot. Actually, I'll have 4 categories.
Okay.
This is like a quiz.
No, I'm curious. I don't know. I'm just on the spot. You got a producer for the whole album.
Okay.
You have 2 features. And that's not a good one. I don't like the one. Let's do 2 producers, 2 features.
Okay. Are we talking like big picture? We're talking
anybody
local,
anybody in the galaxy.
Man.
Good.
I mean, that's tough. Like,
take your time.
Especially, I would say, like, especially on the producer end, that's really tough because I don't.
Off the top of mind, don't even think about it.
My girl Jody. Jody for sure.
Full circle.
Hey, go ahead and tap into that last episode. We talking about some jazz, math, rock. We can do whatever you need. Percussions all day.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't like to play a show without Jody. So yeah. But big picture, like I'm not super familiar with like producers. I could say like Dr. Dre. All
right, we got Dr. Dre on the album now. Go ahead, say another one. I don't care.
Let's Dr. Dre and Jody can do their big one.
All right, Dr. Dre and Jody, let's go. All right, what are the 2 features you need on this album?
Beyonce.
Oh, facts, easy.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be on Jody's song too.
Yeah. Gosh, the second one's hard. I feel like I'd want to balance it out. Maybe I'd do like Childish, bring in a little humor.
First and foremost, that's the best feature you could ask for. I seen a Saving Connie. I think the Saving Connie's like an IG page, and he just did like a Childish Gambino features from like 2013 to like whatever year. I was like, yo, he did not miss.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Great album. I can't wait to get it released. We just gotta.
Where you at, Beyonce?
Just gotta call my Beyonce contact really fast.
Give us 2 years. It's out.
It'll be the one.
She's gonna come to me. Like, Ebony, please.
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 Keep that same energy though.
Well, I do want to thank you so much for joining us for our podcast to let the people shut up and listen to what you have to say. And there's so much for people to keep their eye out on. So just follow and keep up to date with when things are being released because there's a list of them. So
we got a website. It's shutupbham.com.
It is. You can see all of the things on there.
And also, stream Strawberry Lemonade right now after this episode. You in the car, you at work, you at home, go ahead and stream that right now. Sam Ashkenazy featuring Ebony. Run it.
Yeah.
Run it up.
Strawberry lemonade.
Yeah.
And as always, we do need to thank the team that has brought us all together. Our guy, Jim and AJ with Rocket Soul Studios. And our guy, Bob with Binary Studio.
Shout out Bob.
They make all of this happen. We just get to sit here and hang out with really cool artists.
Damn it, Bobby.
So follow us on every platform you can find a podcast on. Follow all of the artists you see. Keep up to date. If you go to shutupbham.com, you can see album reviews. You can have a calendar where you can see the shows that are upcoming. And when maybe things are starting to get released, you might get that information there as well. Hint, hint.
But also let us know who you want to see on here next, because this is a community project. We want to make sure that we have everybody's voice heard. And let us know, because I may not know what you know, and you don't know what I know. But hey, we can work together, and we can all know together.
We're all in this together.
This ain't no. Yeah.
Anyways.
And on that note, stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay hydrated. Bye, motherfuckers.